Well, folks, we had the third and final night of the Republican National Convention last night. We're going to watch a video where we see Rand Paul, his lovely wife, exiting the RNC, surrounded by local police, as well as a mob that had formed. Mob, activists, protesters, whatever you want to call it. But we're going to go ahead and see how this scene unfolds and have a quick discussion about it. To quickly interject here, you can hear someone screaming, "Say her name, say her name." If you're wondering whose name they want Rand Paul to acknowledge, that would be one and only Breonna Taylor. For those of you who don't know, Breonna Taylor is a 26-year-old black woman, was a 26-year-old black woman who was shot fatally by the Louisville Metro Police Department after serving a no-knock warrant, okay? And these activists are surrounding Rand Paul and his wife, telling him, demanding that he say her name. Let's continue.
Can you see it?
Her name is Breonna Taylor. Her name is Breonna Taylor. As the mob pushes back on local police department personnel into Rand Paul checking on the police officers to make sure they're okay. Clearly a chaotic event unfolding, very dangerous, had to be terrifying if you were Rand Paul and his wife to be surrounded by people who are clearly unhinged. Now, these folks are clearly emotionally vested in this protest. They are screaming Breonna Taylor. They want justice for Breonna Taylor. And there's clearly anger at Rand Paul for not acknowledging Breonna Taylor. And this is the main problem with the Democratic Party as a whole, is that they encourage this behavior, they incite this behavior, and it leads to people, clearly like people in this mob, who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And why do I say that? Because Senator Rand Paul on June 11th introduced the Justice for Breonna Taylor Act. And what did that act do? It would effectively ban the authority of no-knock warrants in the United States. The bill was literally titled after Breonna Taylor. And these people have the audacity to essentially threaten violence against Rand Paul and his wife while demanding that he say the name of the person who he named a bill after in the U.S. Senate. They don't even know what they're protesting anymore. They don't know who their enemies are. They don't know who their allies are. They're just out to cause mayhem in the streets of American cities, and they don't understand what they're even protesting. Enough is enough. This has escalated far enough. It is time to end this mob. Democratic leadership, Nancy Pelosi, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, all of these individuals do their best to create divisiveness across America by breaking people up into tribes and groups based on their ethnic, religious identity. It's identity politics at its worst. And this is what it leads to. People protesting things they don't even know what they're protesting. Enough is enough. November 4th is right around the corner. Remember videos like this when you go to the voting booths. Remember.